Well, I was in what we called car areas for most of my mission. Um, and that means that we had a car. Sometimes I think we would share a car with someone, bike some of the time, and like share, and then and in the car some of the time. And most of the areas that I was in were pretty rural. They, big area to, cover, and a lot of open space and land in between houses sometimes, and like far distances to go. And so, car area most of the time. But I did bike some, and biking in a skirt, let me tell you, not the best thing ever. But if you have the right skirt, it's not too bad. But the the area was well, the areas that I was in we worked mostly with less actives. Um, I'm not exactly sure why that was. Not everybody did. Some of the sisters, were like talking to people, getting like lots of investigators and like tracting or, contacting. And for me, I I worked with less actives a lot, and that was different because they already know about the gospel. They know that, this stuff is true. For the most part, they still believe it. And so it's not like you're coming in there to teach them, oh yes, the gospel is true, and this is what it means, and here you go, your life is great. Because like these are real people, and they have real problems that are giving them concerns and reasons why they aren't coming, or why their testimonies have been weakened. And so it's like it's a different ball game. And like Preach My Gospel is catered to investigators and to people who are just learning about the gospel. So you have to tailor what you teach and what you share to less actives a little bit more than you would to an investigator. But like you're still teaching and sharing the same principles, and Preach My Gospel still applies. Like it's still the best missionary handbook ever. But the like it takes a lot of thought and a lot of prayer and a lot of love to help the less actives feel that they can do it. They're not lost. They're not forgotten, and that it's worth it. Kind of got off. Let's see, what were we talking about before? Oh, a lot of my areas, they were big, and so we would travel a lot, and sometimes like people forget appointments in Louisiana. Probably happens everywhere, but like they just forget, or they like, I don't know. But like we would drive all the way out somewhere and be like, okay, they're not home. And so we have to drive forever to the next house or whatever. And on some days, like we wouldn't talk to anybody because we were like going all like these long distances. And that could get discouraging. And what I found with like that kind of thing is that just like praying to help anybody, like Heavenly Father answers those prayers. And you can do good even on days like that are discouraging and just like far away from everything. Like a lot of other missionaries were in more of the cities. I never served in Baton Rouge, and I think that's probably one of the most populated cities. New Orleans would be another one, but I didn't actually serve in New Orleans. And so like there are a lot of people in the main cities, but it's nothing like a big city. Like there aren't really like skyscrapers, or like there's a little bit of that in Baton Rouge and New Orleans, but not very much at all. And so like it's kind of like a sprawling, spread out kind of a city. And then if you get into the country, then it's really spread out.